In this video, we're going to replace an overgrip and protective edge tape on your paddle. Let's break it down and make it simple. Welcome to Simple Pickleball. I'm Nate Martin, PPR certified pickleball coach. And on this channel, we break down the shots and strategies to help you play better pickleball. But in this video, we're going to talk about equipment, specifically your paddle. What we're going to do is we're going to replace an overgrip and also some worn protective edge tape so that you don't have to worry about scuffs if you hit the surface of the court with your paddle. We're going to begin with the overgrip, which, as you can see, has gotten pretty dirty. We're going to replace this overgrip with Revolin's own Grip overgrip. This overgrip is actually biodegradable, so you don't have to worry about what's going to be going into your landfill once it gets dirty and gritty and you need to replace that overgrip. So we're going to use that, and we're also going to use ProLite's Edge Tape Armor. The Edge Tape Armor for wide paddles, because I've got a 16 millimeter width core on my paddle, so I need the wider protective tape to be able to cover the entire edge. We're going to begin by taking off the rubber overgrip holder and take off the electrical tape that comes with most every overgrip that you get. Which reveals Revolin's supple stock grip. It's really nice. You know, I almost hate putting an overgrip on it. It feels so nice. It feels like leather in the hand. It's really soft, but in as much as I have so much sweat and grit that comes off of my hands while I'm playing, I'd rather protect that grip with an overgrip that I can replace for a couple of bucks every couple of weeks. Now, the tape that's around the grip, you can go ahead and, if you take a look, there's a tab right on the end. Peel that tab off and stick that aside. We're going to use that later on. Then the grip itself is going to have a cellophane cover on it, which covers up the tackiness of the grip. You can actually take that off as you're applying the overgrip to your paddle. Find the end that has the red tape. That red will peel off that cellophane, and there's a small piece of tape that will uncover the slightest bit of adhesive that will help you set the overgrip in the right spot on your paddle to get it started. There you go. Take that right off of there. Hold the paddle in your left hand if you're right-handed. And you're going to take that adhesive and you notice that there is a bevel cut into the overgrip itself. Now, what I like to do is I take that beveled portion and I put it toward the end of the paddle. I'm going to take that slight bit of adhesive, stick it to the grip, and now it's there. That's going to hold. That's going to hold for you. And then you can see I've already got the cellophane down a little bit here, okay, which exposes the actual grip itself. It's a little bit tacky. Now, I stretch mine a little bit as I'm going, but you can see that that bevel is going to go right along that overgrip, or the actual grip. And then you can begin to follow the edge of the previous layer of tape. And what I do is I actually use the perforations on the grip and place it over that previous layer. That tells me that I'm going to be consistently overlapping as I'm applying the grip to the paddle. And you can adjust as you're stretching to make sure that you get the appropriate layering. If you like a thicker grip, you can overlap more If you want to not affect the grip itself as much, stretch it harder, because that way the overgrip will be thinner as you apply it. I'm just giving kind of a medium tug along this. Don't worry about a little bit of wrinkle. It's going to happen, and you can reset it as you go. Take your time. You don't have to rush this job. Only takes a few minutes anyway, and you want it to be comfortable in the hand. As you begin to get toward the blade, right about there, you're going to hold that with your thumb. There's not a whole lot to cut there. I've taken all of the cellophane off. That's gone, so we have exposed. Get that into focus here. There we go. Okay. I don't need the rest of that, so I can go ahead and cut off that end. And I can also cut a new bevel right along the bottom of the blade. There you go. Doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to put tape over the top of it anyway. I'm just going to reset that a little bit. You see there's going to be a little bit of a angle here. That's not a big deal. It's not going to affect the performance of the paddle at all. Shouldn't really be anywhere that your hand's going to be anyway. We're going to take that tape now. We're going to place that right at the top. Now we're going to expose the adhesive for that electrical tape. Take that right around that top of the overgrip. Once you're done with that, I'm going to grab that rubber overgrip holder. Run that right over the top of that tape. As so. And you've got a brand new fresh overgrip that'll stay nice and firm in your hand as you play in your game. Now, as you can see, as I've been playing, I've got a little bit of damage here on the protective tape that I've applied on here before. So we're going to go ahead and replace that and put a new tape on there. Now, I got one that was a little bit thin for me before. It didn't quite cover the entire guard the way I wanted it to. So we're going to go ahead and just peel this off of here. And you can see that I've applied lead tape to my paddle as an adjustment to kind of widen the sweet spot and give me a little bit more stability. Just want to make sure those are stuck on appropriately. We can get rid of that. We're going to get out the ProLite Edge Tape Armor. This will be the first time I've used one of these. I used a different brand the first time that I did this. But as far as the edge tape is concerned, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start on the end of the paddle. Just about not necessarily right on where we finished our overgrip. Now this is more tacky than the overgrip is, so you want to be careful, but you do want to stretch a little bit as you're going down. Make your adjustments. Okay, as you get it, pop your thumb down on there, stretch it back a little bit more, line that up. Finish that off. Just continue all the way around the paddle. As you come into the curves, just take your time and stay centered. As you get toward the other end, finish that off, get a little snip, there you go. And then you want to run your thumb and your finger along the sides to go ahead and cover the sides of that edge guard. I'm just rocking my fingers slowly and stretching outward a little bit as I go. Now note that as I'm coming to the edge, it might start to fold in a little bit. It's not going to affect the performance. It's just the natural curve that it's trying to follow what used to be a straight line. There we go. There we go. ProLite edge tape armor to protect the edge from the scrapes that the surface might give you. And a brand new Revolin Overgrip to help you grip that paddle in the heat of the game. Revolin Sports is a new paddle company that puts an emphasis on playability with sustainability. Their patent-pending BioFlex surface is made from flax and hemp fibers, which gives great spin and control while being planet-friendly. Also, their overgrips are made from a biodegradable material, so as you replace them, you don't have to worry about what's going into your landfills. I used the Revolin Revo Reach Control Paddle. I've used it for a month now. I love it. Can't wait for the new, I'm not even gonna tell you about that quite yet. Just look for something new on revolinsports.com. And when you do, remember that when you place your order for your new paddle, put in the discount code SIMPLE, and for a limited time, you can get 20% off your order. Hey, we hope you've enjoyed this video here on Simple Pickleball. If you did, consider clicking the like and subscribing to the channel. Leave us a comment if you have a topic that you'd like us to cover so that we can break it down and make it simple. I'm Nate Martin. This is Simple Pickleball. We'll see you next time.